Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7, part number 7. So now it's time to get ready to go over onto the license center to take part in 10 exams in National A license. Since you guys have already completed National B license, it's going to be quite doing a good capital B for basic. So right now, it's going capital A for average. We'll be going over onto the yellow highlighted to have 10 exams in different basic corners by every kinds of techniques. We'll be starting out in A1 through 10. There are some different vehicles in different track locations on every corners whenever we have to master it. Starting out in A1 is Racing Line Beginner 1 at Tsukuba Circuit by using the Subaru BRZ STI Sport 2018. So let's go in there and take on in the first exam on the National A license. So I'm about to get the A license after passing on to some 10 exams to reach up onto gold or better. So great to have a much fine average workout there, you guys. So this makes a very good choice to have C. Lopez to be as the National A coach. A1 is Racing Line Beginner 1. Well, you learn the fundamentals of the out-and-out racing line. You heard of the out-and-out principle, right? This is the basic rule of cornering. Start on the outside, move to the inside of the track at the middle of the corner, then to the outside again at the exit. Be sure to use the entire width of the track when doing this. This allows you to end cornered at the fastest possible speed. The aim of this challenge is to show that you grasp the out-and-out principle. Are you ready? Let's go. Alright. Out-and-out cornered. Basic line is perfectly to be at the final turn at Tsukuba Circuit. Let's see how I could probably have to do a good rolling start at the full straightaway. 17.5 seconds will be doing a main goal. Let's see how I could probably have to go driving average. Gonna have to take the inside and go for the outside to be reached up. Oh man. Yeah. I should rather gonna have to try to do much gentle this time because attempt number 1 is gonna be doing some more attempt example. But anyway, I have to go with attempt number 2 to see how faster without having too much throttle when taking the out and out turn. Okay, that should do the trick. Just gonna have to do like this. Okay, looks like silver medal. I should probably have to go for the gold, Lopez. I should probably have to try to do much focus to keep a good racing line beginner to take the first part. Final corner at Tsukuba Circuit to be used as a FR car is all about doing some basic line beginner to be in the first exam. Just gonna see how I could probably have to take a good steady pace. Now that's how you should probably have to do an out-and-out beginner turn number 1, you guys, because final turn at Tsukuba Circuit by using the Subaru BRZ with the STI model version to be labeled as a 2018 model. But there it is, you guys, 17.237 seconds to be labeled in gold. That looks very good, and let's see how the replay is doing a good fundamentals. We'll be doing a main example. That's how you should master the final turn in Tsukuba Circuit on any cars whenever you like to use to master it. That's a good round of the applause. Now I'll have to save a replay later on in the future as always. There you go. That's more like it. Rank number 6 to be at the good exact position along with my good buddies. they have already did so well out there to be reached up onto 17 seconds onto the decimal. So let's move on in exam number 2 to be on National A. Gonna have to start building up with some daily workout as a reminder notice to get the roulette ticket. Next up, Racing Line Beginner 2, Volkswagen Scirocco R 2010 at Dragon Trail Gardens. That makes a very good choice to have a final corner just like Tsukuba Circuit to be as a specific layout will have to go follow the line. By having an FR layout to go basic advanced, and now it's FF will have to go under steer pressure to be on the final turn. A2 is Racing Line Beginner 2. Will you take 2 corners using the out and out method? Now it's time to use the out and out technique from A1 on consecutive corners. The 2 90-degree corners should be taken using the out and out line. Make sure you slow down sufficiently before entering the first corner. Okay, looks like 2 turns in a 90-degree angle is all about doing an out and out basic. That should do the trick to see how an FF can actually go average to go capital A. Let's do this, and now gonna have to keep passing through onto the breaking point to be entered onto the red zone. Gonna have to take the first turn and going over onto the second turn. Staying on track, and there you go. Same as always as driving line beginner number 1, but silver always gonna have to do the same to be on that letter average, but just gonna have to try to work harder as you can. Let's try this again to be in A number 2. Racing line beginner 2 is very challenging for an FF layout. Oh man, gonna have to pull hard. Keep it up. Keep a good steady pace, and there you have it, you guys. Just gonna have to take 2 attempts until you're about to be reached up for the goal. 18.82 seconds. New record. Thumbs up complete in A2 for having a good FF layout with using the Volkswagen Scirocco 2010. But I'm so glad to have this car return from Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6 to be part as a premium car. In GT7, it also made a finally comeback without the exception of Gran Turismo Sport. But it is also to be seen as a Group 4 car, by the way, but it also recognized the base model of the Scirocco to be as a 2010 model. Alright, looks like it doesn't show on the friend's braking because it may be possible to be going below onto the top 10 drivers. So let's go exit out, collect some earnings, and build up the daily workout. Now let's go over on to Racing Line Beginner 3. Autodromo Nacional Monza in the 8-bar 500 2009. This looks very good to have a third round onto the Racing Line Beginner. Let's see how I could probably have to get on board with a European compact car. We'll have to master 2 turns to have a good fine layout since you guys have already know about Monza. Just gonna have to be a little bit patient until the loading times comes until now. Take 2 corners at different speeds. Alright, C. Lopez. Let's see how I could probably have to take 2 corners in a good current speed. It's all about a piece of cake to be on the 3rd course in National A. Let's go and try to keep a good steady pace on to the inside cornering. The accelerate. Well, how embarrassing to see that. I should rather have to go for an early breaking point. Okay, attempt number 2. Just gonna have to see how I could probably have to take 2 turns without going off the track. Try not to go off the track and use the apex. Third time in a row. Third time in a row, and I have a silver before finishing up onto the first attempt after the first mistake actually happens as always. 22.693, you guys. Keep going faster. Third course on the racing line beginner is all about try to build a good excellent technique to go focus for the gold. Come on, there you go. Alright, set a new record. Same silver, but I'm still gonna have to take a much fine focus to go for the goal for this video segment, you guys. I know how every license test is all about doing some challenges in different cars in different locations by every specific corners. Now let's see how I could probably have to try to make it much better for attempt number 3. By almost over 0.3 seconds. So this is going to be having some major attempts for having one good chance if I could probably have to do it much masterful to have 2 turns. There you go. Looks like that should take the first turn. Now gonna have to go much harder at turn number 2. Keep a good eye out onto the yellow line. I know how you guys really gonna have to do this. This will be a very difficult challenge. I know it is, but this part of the corner in Mazda is very difficult by using the 8-bar 500. Okay, maybe not. First turn wasn't so bad. And then gonna have to take pass through on to turn number 2. Oh yes, yes. That's how finally got a good line rhythm to be well connected. Gold medal, 22.291 seconds. I know this is going to be having a little bit patient time, so here it is right now. Third course on Racing Line Beginner 3 is finally complete. I'll make sure I'll play later on, as always, to be as a reminder. Very good job to have much patience, to have 2 turns, to have out and out lines. We'll have to go follow the connection to have any specific layouts onto the track. So just gonna have to go and collect some earnings by the small amount. Daily workout will be getting a little bit halfway there by 1/3. And then let's get ready to go over onto A4 Urban Tracks 1. Tokyo Expressway central clockwise by using the Honda Civic Type R EK model 1998. Very good job to have a nice city course layout. We'll be going urban tracks onto the license test center to be on National A. Just gonna have to get myself pumped up. A4 is all about urban techniques on the course layout. A4 is Urban Tracks 1, where you learn to drive without colliding with walls. As you can see, this track has walls on both sides, so you need to be careful not to hit them. You'll be immediately disqualified if you collide with a wall. Be sure to keep your distance, at least at first. Crystal clear, C. Lopez. This is going to be a very difficult challenge to be part on A4 without colliding a walls. Will be immediately disqualified. Otherwise, going for another chance, we'll have to start over by square one. So let's participate on to the Fort Course exam. Rolling start on to the good position in Tokyo Expressway. So let's see how fast and average can it go. The whole place is changed, but the billboard is also to be very different to have Gran Turismo 7 cover on it. But I can't wait to get ready to go over onto the highway parade until the next video, you guys. This will be having part number 7. We'll be doing National A license. We'll have to go capital A average. Okay, maybe not bad, but the bronze goes for only 31.54 seconds. I should rather have to go focus by under 30 seconds. This will be a very tough, difficult challenge without getting hit by the walls. Okay, Tokyo Expressway. I'm about to go fast without having a mistake to get hit by the walls. Gonna keep a good steady pace. There you go. Line connection cleared to be passed over onto the yellow highlight. Oh, so close. So close to get under 30 seconds and mark onto the silver. I should rather have to go hard for attempt number 3. I have to make sure don't collide with any walls, you guys. Understeer FF car is all about doing faster work without losing a good perfection. A number 4 is some sort of clean racing technique without having a contact. But that makes a very fine choice to see how much better cars to have some good clean average without getting hit by walls. But the scratches is all about having a tough risk when you're racing on Tokyo Expressway. So attempt number 3 is complete by having a silver, but it's not yet over. I should rather have to change to the hood cam so it will make it much better. Okay, let's see how I could probably... Yep. Got hit by the barrier. Gonna have to try to do an early braking point to go onto the inside. Just like out and out basic in beginner 1 through 3. But it's gonna get a little bit very long out there, you guys. Just like National B license, but National A is very challenging and a little bit slightly difficult. There you go. Gonna have to keep pushing through. And successful. 29.610 seconds. Gold medal, and I have finally achieved the first course layout in urban tracks. Thank you, Tokyo Expressway, for teaching me about urban tracks for having a basic cornering. I'll have to save another replay after this. Very good thumbnail image. Now, let's go over on to A number 5 to be at the halfway mark. Next up in A number 5, Circuit de Spa Francorchamps in cornering in the wet beginner by using the Nissan 180SX Type X 1996. Yep, looks like it's about to go wet by the surface, you guys. This will be very challenging whenever we have to go early braking to do some basic work onto A5. Weather conditions like Circuit de Spa Francorchamps is doing some wet surface will have to keep much challenging, just like endurance race event like the WEC, also known as World Endurance Championship. But in Gran Turismo 7, this will you participate in A5 to have some wet surface, will have to get yourself prepared. A5 is cornering in the wet, beginner. The key thing is being ready to brake a lot earlier. Okay, it's time for you to start learning how to deal with the wet tracks. Needless to say, wet tracks are very slippery. You need to brake early and be careful with your acceleration. Okay, C. Lopez, this is going to be a very tough, difficult challenge to be part on A number 5 in National A license. Go much early brake as I can, and let's see how the challenging in the first attempt is going to be very challenging by using the weather radar. Gonna have to go in onto the red zone by pulling the brake. Be a little bit careful. Okay, keep it up. This course exam is going to be quite going over onto the main goal by 30 seconds by the limit. But almost had the chance to be putting up by a decimal of 531 seconds when you're in the silver. So I have to go again for attempt number 2 to master the rain surface, because the wet track on Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps by using the Nissan 180SX Type X is doing the main basic car will have to go over. Time to beat my best record. Let's see how I could probably have to do much early braking as I can. Slow down. Right turn clear. Now gonna have to go for the left turn. Go for the throttle and de-accelerate. Dive in. There you go. And that's how you can beat a 30-second limit to go over on to 29 seconds. Decimal to be seconds and gold medal to be well achieved. Okay, looks like that should be quite good enough to have wet corner basic number 1 is complete by the check mark. 5 more to go by the remaining, you guys. I bet this is going to be very challenging to have National 8 license will be acquired soon. So let's save a replay by having a thumbnail to be well used. Position number 3 at the friend rankings. Fantastic work. So that makes 6,000 credits to be well earned to be achieved and get closer on to 15 miles distance for a daily workout. Next up, A6 consecutive corners beginner 1. Autodromo National Monza by using the Alfa Romeo 4C 2014. But this is going to be a very good corner layout. We'll be doing a piece of cake. Consecutive corners is all about doing some combinations when dropping a car. To master any kinds of specific corners will have to go consecutive. But this will be a very good spot to be at Monza to master this part of the corner whenever we have to take a good achieve perfection. A6 is consecutive corners beginner 1, where you learn how to deal with Monza's Ferranti Ascari corner. In this challenge, you'll learn how to deal with consecutive corners. Use the entire width of the track and imagine that you're connecting the apex of each corner with a straight line. Straight line plus apex equals a very good combination to have a good technique driving experience to see how the Alfa Romeo 4C can actually to master this part of the turn. In A number 6, let's do this. Starting out onto the most finest good corners to be on Ascari track layout. Gonna have to stay on the line and use the apex. Very good job. Almost had the chance. First attempt ended up in silver, so now let's go again. I'm about to stay focused on the gold, you guys. That makes myself to have my eyes on the prize. Here it goes. Gonna have to pass through onto this good line. Haha, yes, yes, yes! 18.335 seconds. Gold medal, thumbs up, complete. Now that's how you can master a consecutive corners to go faster and better for the gold. I'm so glad to have the Alfa Romeo 4C is doing a good job to be part onto the A6 license exam. Very good and very impressed. Thumbnail to be saved a replay and collect some earnings as the same. Almost there. Daily workout is going to be yet complete because this is going to get much further out there to have 4 more. So next up, consecutive corners number 2 beginner at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix layout by using the BMW M3 2003. Going excellent to have a good school course layout to be at the full straightaway. So this is going to be a very good time to go over onto the school course layout onto this license center to be in A number 7, you guys. That's how corner driving is going to be very challenging whenever we had to master every kinds of well-known tracks on different locations. Gonna have to sit back again for another 40-second loading time. Be a little bit patient, and here it is. A7 is consecutive corners beginner 2. It takes place on the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya in my beloved Spain. This challenge features consecutive corners just like A6. Use the throttle pedal to control your car. Alright. Use the throttle to control the BMW M3. That's how the full straightaway is doing a good place to have a nice rolling start to begin. Let's do this. Gonna have to stay on track and take turn number 1. Keep it good steady in turn number 2. Very good average. Now moving on in turn 3. Come on. Bummer. I know how turn 3 is very challenging to be part onto the second consecutive corners. I have to make sure, try to keep a good maintained throttle pace. Okay, keep it steady. Gonna have to pass through onto turn 3. Attempt number 2 will be doing a new fresh start. 25.874 seconds. Awesome work and great job to have a good attempt number 2 by another chance. Gold medal well achieved. I should rather have to take turn number 3 onto this track, you guys. I'm talking about this part of the consecutive corners for beginner number 2. So this will have to save a replay later on after this. Not bad for the thumbnail image. Ended up in 8th place on the friend rankings. Solid, fine work. Another exam down. Only 3 more to go. So we're about to be ready to go over onto dirt driving for a beginner course, you guys. Colorado Springs Lake by using a Toyota Tundra TRD Pro 2019. Alright, let's do this. Let's go over to Colorado Springs for another dirt driving basic workout to go for a beginner work. Talk about rally racing, but training on to the rally race discipline like the ones in the Crew 2. But however, in Gran Turismo 7 is going to be doing some pickup truck will be yet featured from GT Sports. A8 is dirt driving beginner, where you will feel the difference between a tarmac and dirt. It's time to get dirty. This challenge involves driving a big tundra along with a challenging dirt track. The trick to driving in dirt is to start steering early. You'll need to be proficient with the steering wheel to control the direction of the car. Sounds sweet to have a good off-road driving experience to be part on to number 8. Let's get on board with a Tundra and go over to have a nice, suitable off-road racing experience to go basic. Turn 1 is doing great. Now gonna have to keep a little bit careful on to turn number 2. I could probably have to do this all day before coming in onto the finish line at the end of the exam. Okay, warm up complete. 21.327 seconds in bronze. Now, let's try this again for attempt number 2. Gonna have to try to go faster by using a Tundra to master it onto the dirt track. Gonna have to decelerate, keep coming forward, make a good response steering. Almost, but the same. Gonna have to try to make myself to go improve, you guys. Part number 7 is all about going average. We'll have to take part in National A license. So let's do this again, and I'll have to make sure going faster without slowing down to be giving a good response check on the brake. So close. So very close. Let's try this again. Now I have figured out what is the problem with the tires on the Tundra TRD Pro. But it's also to be used to be putting up with the dirt tires. Now I can see is Comfort Medium compound tires, but that does not also to be used on the dirt tracks. It also to be used on the tarmac surfaces. But I'm sure of it, you guys. I guess it has a bug issue for this update, might be putting up with some changes, and here it is. 20 seconds to be ended up in bronze or silver by the chance. No gold at this moment, but it's a real crying shame that it doesn't show the title with capital D in dirt in it. Okay, so I guess I have to scratch that on to focusing in A8 to reach the goal. Well, that's a real heartbroken. Several Gran Turismo players may be quite upset about the issues when participate in A8 in dirt driving beginner. I'll have to make sure to come back on National A license to get all gold events for only 1 silver to be required to do another round of a rematch. Next up in A9, hairpins, Suzuka circuit by using the Honda NSX Type R 1992. And we're getting closer on to A10 for the final exam, Racing Line Basic. Supra RC 1997 is now moving on to be at Autopolis International Racing Course. So right now, this is going to be the perfect corner to be at Suzuka circuit to be part of the license test. It's all about hairpins when choosing any kinds of different wheel cars and race car whenever you like to master this part of every corners around the world of Gran Turismo. A9 is hairpins. Don't go too early on the accelerator. This challenge will teach you how to deal with hairpins, using the famous corner at Suzuka as an example. The basics are more important than ever on hairpin turns. Slow down properly and enter the corner. Then accelerate smoothly as soon as your car is facing the exit. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. Alright. Now let's go over onto the settings again after trying to make many attempts after A8 on dirt course. Gonna have to switch back on to counter steering assistance to be on strong. Alright, let's go and take A9 to master the hairpin. Championship white on the Honda NSX Type R. Perfect choice to be labeled onto the best JDM car ever yet. Okay, keep going. Demonstration ghost car is now in play. Okay, that was bronze to be ended in 18.57. Let's go again for attempt number 2. This time, it will be going correctly to reach focus on the goal. I have to make sure to go much perfect to master the hairpin, you guys. Follow the line and use the apex. Okay, same as always to get a new record. Bronze. Now gonna have to try harder to reach up onto the silver until going beyond the goal. I know this is going to get much nervous when using hairpin at Suzuka Circuit is doing some hard work basic. Okay, so far so close. Let's try this much harder after taking many attempts to go and beat that hairpin. We'll have to go correction. Deaccelerate, keep a good steering respawn, and going in onto the throttle again. Alright, silver. We're nearly there, you guys. Just gonna have to try and master the hairpin in the Honda NSX Type R 1992 is doing some mid-engine workouts. Gonna have to do this. Deaccelerate and keep a good strong counter steering. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's try without having a counter steering assist will become in handy. Just gonna have to go over again onto the hairpin. Just gonna stay like this. There you go. Just gonna have to follow the line and chase the ghost. Silver again. Gonna have to do it. I have to work hard and keep a good passing through onto the ghost. There you go. Not so easy, not so challenging, and giving average to be ended on the goal. And that's how you can master the hairpin to reach the goal. But it might be possible will be used onto the counter steering will have to turn off as well. So that makes A9 to be well checked and complete. Now let's go autopolice to save a replay after this. Very good thumbnail, so I have to make sure to have one good further example from A8. Good job on to the extended daily workout. So I just finally passed 9 exam in National A, and I have passed through the A1 due to A9 challenges. Nice work. You're now eligible to take the final exam A10. I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake for you, but good luck anyway. I'll do my best, Lopez. A10 is gonna be the final exam to have a good place by choosing the Toyota Supra RC 1997. It's all about racing line basics. Just like any kinds of Supra cars to be used in the license test since Gran Turismo 1, But I hope I could probably have a very good opportunity to have a nice good JDM card to be part in the final exam. Alright, you're now ready for the National A license final exam. Pass this exam and the national license is yours. In the graduation test, use all the techniques that you have learned so far. Connect each corner smoothly and keep the car steady with the brake and throttle. When you're finished, there will be a National A license waiting for you. Best of luck. Okay, now this is going to be a very good strategy effort out there on Autopolis International Racing Course. But I'm sure of it because it might be depends on the full circuit or shortcut layout. But it might be possible to be well determined to have to be a good driving basics to go advanced. So let's do this, you guys. 8:10 for the final exam. Here I come. Gonna have to smoothly in onto turn 2. Ghost car demo is now passing through. Okay, sharp hairpin. Gonna have to keep coming in. Right on the apex. We accelerate the throttle. Get too much overpressure. Oh, so close. So very close towards 29 seconds. By the decimal of 0.040 seconds is now labeled on the silver. I should have to go this again, you guys. I almost had that chance to reach the goal. Eyes on the prize. Final exam is all about doing a lot of good practice to master this exam until the National A license will be ours to take. Never mind that because too much late braking point on turn number 2 is very difficult. So let's try attempt number 3. We'll have to do much correction when enter turn 2 as well. Okay, there you go. Just gonna have to drive smoothly and coming in on the hairpin. Okay, so close. New record set. I should go through this again, you guys. Getting closer on to goal is all about doing focus to master A10 for the final exam. Let's go over onto turn 2. Keep a good, nice and steady pace before enter turn 3. Very good line. Turn 4 on the way, and the hairpin is going to be on the brake check. Rev up the throttle, keep pushing through, and successful. Gold medal is well achieved by 28.914 seconds. Excellent work. Very excellent. So now, 9 gold trophies, including 1 silver, thanks to the bug issue, is giving us a frustration act of upsetting. So let's just gonna have to save a replay, and there you go. Position number 9 on the friend rankings is now in good record placement. Very good. Now that will be quite good to have National A license has been acquired. Good job, and giving a good 95% is giving a good thumbs up. What's left of it, because 5% on the silver is giving a standby call will be well checked up to be needed to have some changes. But here it is. Only 1 car to be acquired in bronze is the Volkswagen Scirocco R 2010. Congratulations on receiving your National A license. A new gift card has been sent to your garage. Alright. 51 collector points to be going up closer, nearly towards 11. Congratulations, Hyperion-Blue-GT, on acquiring your National A license. My name is Igor Fraga. I'm a Gran Turismo driver from Brazil, but I actually grew up in Japan. I'm responsible for helping you acquire your International B license. Once you clear all the requirements for these tests, you'll be issued your license. We'll get through this together. Okay, looks like next coaching instructor in International B license, Igor Fraga. Alright, so I guess this is going to be quite doing a good job, you guys. Completing National A license exam to have 9 gold trophies, including 1 silver because of the bug. But I know, I have to get through this because A8 is very difficult when using the comfort medium tires by the issue. So let's go exit out and get ready to wrap this up. Well, I guess this is going to be quite doing much better out there, you guys, because I'll be ready to get started out for part number 8 at the end of the video. Well, thank you for watching on this video in Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads on upcoming content videos if you like to see. I'll be seeing you guys next time on part number 8 of Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.